Are you ready for one last ride? In this third and final installment of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, the Guardians embark on a mission to protect Rocket Raccoon from the High Evolutionary. Now, guys, I know you've been thinking, John, why are you reviewing this? Have you seen the first two movies? Well, to briefly answer your questions, I actually binge watched the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies on Disney Plus because I was pretty much bored, and they were a blast, in my opinion. So that's why I'm reviewing this new one that came out nearly a week ago. So yeah. But anyways, I just saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 at my local Cinemark theater, even though I was originally gonna wait until it's on Disney Plus, like how I used to do with Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania back then, obviously. And what do I think of it? Oh my goodness. I've never experienced a Marvel movie this hard since Multiverse of Madness, Spider-Man No Way Home, and Avengers Endgame combined. It was epic. Now, let me tell you my reasons why Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is epic and beautiful, in my opinion. First off, unlike Marvel Studios' last movie, which was Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania, even though I find it underrated in my opinion, the visual effects that are shown in this one are so cool. Cooler than it was before. It even felt like a huge step up from the past two Guardians of the Galaxy movies, or even some of the new Marvel movies in general. Two, the story took tons of risks and advantages of a usual Guardians of the Galaxy premise into an absolutely dramatic and ominous tone from start to finish. Three, the cinematography is wonderful, which it feels like you are actually going on a mission with the main crew on the edge of your seat once you see this movie. Four, the soundtrack is so good as always, like the past two Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And some of the songs that are supervised in this movie really fits most of the scenes really well. Five, as expected, the acting is top notch as always, especially Chris Pratt as Star Lord, Zoe Saldana as Gamora, Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon, and etc., of course. 6. The character development in this movie is so deep in every emotional way. The best example, in my opinion, has got to be Rocket Raccoon. Even though it's a spoiler talk, but he really stole the show, in my view. 7. I really love how this movie balances between action and emotional themes, which really surprises me. The third act of this movie is my pure example. 8. I really like the look on the new outfits on one of the Guardians in the second/third act because they really fit the tone and setting throughout the rest of the film. 9. The Marvel Studios logo variant in the opening of this movie is so creative, where it has many characters from the Guardians of the Galaxy movies as a homage to the legacy of their appearances in most of the MCU movies. Even though this isn't obviously the first time we see many Marvel Studios logo variants having stuff like this. And 10, James Gunn has completely did it again for the last time, doing a great job directing this whole entire movie. So yeah, now before I wrap up my review for this movie, do I have any criticisms for this movie? Well, even though the pacing might seem to drag on for a little bit in my view, despite this is in fact the longest Guardians of the Galaxy movie to date since it lasts 2 hours and 30 minutes, I feel like I want to let this review slide this time. So yeah. Overall everyone, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 surprised me a lot. This is a surprisingly satisfying conclusion of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I guess me binge watching the first two Guardians of the Galaxy movies 2 months before this movie came out was worth it for me all along. I never thought I would be ready for the epic conclusion of this movie by the first time I saw this movie in an open mind, but I was this whole entire time. And even though this might be a little too early, but who cares? This is my favorite film in Phase 5 so far. Much like how my favorite MCU movie in Phase 4 was Spider-Man No Way Home, and in Phase 3, Avengers Endgame and Infinity War to a tie. So yeah. Now without further ado, let's get into my rating, shall we? I'm gonna give Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a 9.7 out of 10. So yeah everyone, this concludes my review on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And the next movie I'm planning to see throughout this new year, which is 2023, and this summer, of course, will soon is gonna be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which I look forward to check that out really soon. I really can't wait for Sony Pictures Animation to come back to theaters since they've been releasing their recent movies in streaming for like a while for now. The last time I saw a Sony Pictures animated movie in theaters was the Angry Birds movie 2. I was 12 when that movie came out. So yeah. But now I'm 16 and I'm planning to check out Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, which is going to be a really huge return for Sony Pictures Animation in theaters. So yeah, once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.